I started thinking about my college search when I was in high school and the thousands and thousands of pieces of mail that every day overflowed the mailbox, and you came home and you just grabbed out half of it and started reading maybe a tenth of it and threw the rest away. And I know that one thing about the University of Richmond is it was all about personal attention. I called the university with a question, and I spoke to an admissions officer, asked them a few questions, and within a week I had phone calls from a professor, a student, an alumni in my area, and that to me said personal attention.
I guess, how do you portray a college with 6 people, literally?
I don't know, like you have to get to the student body somehow.
The hardest part is getting 6 people to agree on one image of the University of Richmond. There is no one image of the University of Richmond. Everybody that comes here finds what they want and creates what they want.
Marker? I mean, like, if we were going to somehow portray, I don't know how you would possibly do this, but something to prospective students and try and show them what the school is about. I mean, the dining hall, I would think, would be a great place to show them everybody's there.
The wide range. Yeah, I would say, like, it's a big focal point, because that's where, like, one place where you see, on, like, a daily basis, where the majority of students congregate.
The library, the first level, where everyone meets for the group meetings and you can't get in the door because when you open it, you hit somebody in the head.
or stand on the top level of the commons where there's a giant lake, and if you want to get across, you're going to have to walk through this building. Right. So you see every student has to walk through that building at least once or twice, going from here to there. And
you don't want to show them what, a video where everyone is, seeing kind of the camera saying, I'm very happy to be here because of this such and such. Like, you want to show them student life, like student life.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not just here for education, even though that is your main goal. You also are here to grow up and learn how to live. You can't describe it. There's no way you can describe it. You have to sit somebody down and say, just watch and see what happens.
I remember my dad said to me, he said, this feels like a college. Like this is his whole idea of what, a college campus is supposed to be. And that's exactly what I felt like.
I've learned so much in the first few weeks of school. I've just been like overwhelmed with work, but all of the work has been so rewarding.
The parents think I'm studying very hard.
And what are you doing?
I've studied very hard.
Richmond is kind of campus where you can do anything you want, and you can try anything you want, and I've done that. Everything from music to sports to theater to everything.
You leave home and you enter this world, this brand new world where you're so unsure of what to expect and what's going to be here, and then you find those friends, and those immediate friends are with you for 4 years.
The fact that the university has a student body around 3,000 students is very conducive towards a community. You always get the sense that you will know a lot of people here, but you never will know everyone.
I know that I wanted a school where I was friends with people from all walks of campus life. I didn't want just one clique. And I like the way that the academics are small enough that you get to know those people in your major. I think it really helps. It helps you study, it helps your academic performance, and it helps to bring that community together.
We have all sorts of different kinds of people here, not diverse just in the sense of ethnic groups, but I mean different regions in the country. We have different religious backgrounds, and we have a growing number of international students from all around the world that come here.
I have the greatest friends. Like, I've met the most amazing people. I have the best relationships. I value them so much. And all my best friends are from places like New York and Spain and Colorado, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas. It's great. They're from all over.
That diversity, just on every individual level, that diversity makes all of us better people, better students. It's all a learning process.
I think if I had gone to a larger school, then I probably wouldn't have found myself and become the individual that I am right now.
It's a lot of one-on-one. Since the classes are so small, they give a lot of one-on-one attention.
I was a real person to so many people, and they had a vested interest in me as a person and not just as number 400 in her class.
One thing about the University of Richmond is the relationship you build with your academic advisor. and not only see her as a professor, but also as a person that has a real life outside of the university, which is nice because I have a real life outside just being a student, and she has a life outside of being a professor.
There are special relationships that we all have with different professors, and it's just so nice to be able to get into their lives and see that person as a friend.
I write for the Collegian, the school paper. One of my education professors emailed me and said that he really appreciated and enjoyed my column, even though it was a bit off the wall sometimes. But
what the students do is use their classroom knowledge and apply it to real-world experiences, and it's a complete hands-on situation.
We would pull up our chairs in front of the classroom, sit in a circle, and talk about what we extracted from the particular novel we had just read. And we were encouraged to sit there and debate. Well, I think
the one thing the university will do, whether it's in an academic area or a social area, is the university will teach you how to think, not what to think.
It's a place where you can get the benefits of a small college, but also the opportunities of a large institution, a large university.
I suppose that having a technologically based campus is very important because we live in a computerized world. Computers run everything. Computers run the internet, on which we publish our papers. We need to be technologically savvy.
Every single one of our residence hall rooms are connected with 2 capabilities for internet accessibility.
I think the catchphrase is port for every pillow.
I would say most students stay on campus. The 2 choices you have are living in the apartments or living in the dormitories. I live in the apartments because I'm a senior, and seniors or upperclassmen are given the option to live in on-campus apartments.
The university also has great study abroad opportunities for students.
I have a friend who spent all of last year in Africa studying grassroots organization. So the opportunities outside of the campus for students are amazing.
The city's great. There's definitely a lot of stuff to do there, socially and, like otherwise. All the museums are out here and stuff. DC's only 2 hours away.
The school's really good about off-campus internships, and they allow it to kind of enhance the education. So it's kind of a way to get off campus and apply the things that you're learning in your classes.
During my sophomore year, I was allowed to participate in undergraduate research in the psychology department, doing literature reviews, working with actual data that at other universities only graduate students would be able to participate in.
As a biology student here at Richmond, I've found that the facilities that I've been able to use in my research and in my laboratory is pretty much comparable to what you would find at graduate schools.
Richmond has a lot of advantages, not just over other liberal arts schools, but over all other universities, like the Speech Center. I think we're one of only 4 schools who have one. Anyone on campus can use it to get practice interviewing for jobs or just making presentations. Also, I think we're the only school to have a women's leadership program called Women Involved in Living and Learning. And Richmond is the first school in the country where you can actually get a degree in leadership studies. Those kind of advantages help us all because of the prestige of the Richmond name.
One thing about the University of Richmond that was very attractive to me when I was looking was what we call the coordinate system. Coordinate system separates a men's college from a women's college in the residential college aspect. Everything is coeducational on campus, with the exception of a separation of the residential colleges, the Senate, student governments, and the dean's offices. What that does for me is it provides for me twice as many leadership opportunities.
I think it says a lot for the university's character in general to hold on to this tradition because it works and not just to change things for the sake of change.
In high school, I was looking for schools, and I wanted a school where Greek life was an option for campus life, but I didn't want a school where Greek life was campus life. And I definitely found that at Richmond. I've never felt like there's an opportunity that I've missed out on or an option that I've missed because I'm not in a Greek organization.
Actually, my roommate is an independent, and my 2 suite mates are in a different sorority than I am. So it's very nice that way.
becoming a member of a Greek organization simply opens even more doors. No doors are closed if you don't join, but more doors are opened if you do. And that's part of the reason why I went Greek.
The Greek organizations are involved in a lot of charitable events, such as like Habitat for Humanity.
Well, we're riding. Our team does it every year to contribute to Habitat for Humanity. This year, I mean, our team alone raised over $1,000, and the race itself raises $22,000, $23,000 a year. It's just a fun way, you know. We all ride anyway, so it's a fun way to raise some money for a charity.
As a member of a sorority here at Richmond, I found that we have incredible abilities to incorporate leadership, community service, and personal development.
Something that's an integral part of the leadership school and also of majors within arts and sciences and the business school now is that there's been a strong movement towards community involvement.
I think something else that we should talk about is the Art Center. We get world-class exhibits in here, world-class performances. The arts that come in and present in this space, down the hall in Jepson Theater, in the Camp Concert Hall. It's just a brilliant space.
I know, like, one particular thing I like about going to events of the Performing Arts Center is we don't have to pay.
Yeah.
I love that.
In the cellar, in the middle of the Commons, which is our eatery, you have local bands come in, and even people from campus, and they play, and it's just somewhere to socialize.
The food is good.
And the food is really good.
Here at the University of Richmond, we have awesome school spirit. We're behind all of our teams.
The university is for and about students in everything they do, whether it's improving the grounds so that the grounds look nice, or it's improving the education curriculum, or putting students on the faculty committee, or putting students on the board of trustees, or allowing students to create the admissions video.
If the university did not value its students, we would not be sitting here telling their hopefuls, their perspectives, what we think about the University of Richmond.
Stop.
Oh, okay.